Hey, how about this? It is July 4th, 2022, our nation's birthday. And I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys and kind of go over just a little thing on the birth of our country, basically. I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys. And I've been off of here. I've been working on some other things and trying to get things together. And what I really wanted to do was set up a schedule, but I've been so busy with other stuff that I just decided, I think I'll pop on and I'll say hello and I'll get this out there so everybody can see it and know that I am still alive. And I'm not in Facebook jail right now, but that could happen at any time because you know me, I do it. I always do it. Anyway, so what I'm going to go over is the Interactive Constitution. It's the National Constitution Center. And on this day, the name United States of America becomes official, and that was on September 9th, 1776. Um, the Second Continental Congress adopted a new name for what had been always called the United Colonies. The moniker United States of America has remained since then and as a symbol of freedom and independence. Now, let's talk about that a little bit. Um, the bad guys, the rats, what else can I call them? The cabal. Um, they kind of stole our nation about 100 years later. And no, they didn't kind of, they did. And they made it a corporation. So our country was a corporation for a long time. Washington, D.C. was not part of the United States of America and still is not. That's why they're getting away with all of that January 6th stuff that they're doing right now. Um, at any rate, Benjamin Franklin did popularize a concept of a political union in his famous Join or Die cartoon in 1754. And basically, what that was, it had a snake, and each segment of the snake, because it was cut in pieces, represented like South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York, and New England. I guess all of those little states up there were just one, and that was New England. A generation later, the concept of unity became a reality. Thomas Jefferson is credited as being the first person to come up with the name, which he used while drafting the Declaration of Independence in June of 1776. Now, remember, there were, well, when we get further down, it'll probably tell me how many actual people signed the Declaration of Independence. And they did that knowing full well that the um, if the crown in England saw that, or anybody that was affiliated with England, they could be killed. They could have succumbed to the death sentence. Um, Jefferson's first draft in June of 1776, Jefferson's first draft version of the Declaration started with the following sentence: A declaration of representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled. And the final version of the Declaration starts with the date July 4th, 1776, and the following statement: The unanimous declaration of 13 United States of America. Richard Henry Lee of Virginia had used the name United Colonies in a June resolution to Congress, resolved that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain and ought to be totally dissolved. Lee wrote all of that, and the thoughts were all included in the Declaration's final paragraph. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress, assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of right ought to be, free and independent states. It read. Now, I think most of these guys were, well, some of them actually were attorneys, and they always have such colorful language and hard to follow. So on Monday, September 9th, 1776, the Congress moved to approve some important resolutions, including payments for the Army. The fifth resolution was as follows: that in all continental commissions and other instruments where heretofore, there's an attorney's word, the words United Colonies have been used, um, the style be altered for future to the United States. I have to reach for something. I will be right back. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. That in all colonies, commissions, and other instruments where heretofore the words United Colonies have been used, the style be altered for the future to the United States. I didn't think I read that, but maybe I did. Anyway, John C. Fitzpatrick from the Library of Congress back in 1920 explained the origin of United Colonies and the abbreviation USA in an article for the Daughters of the American Revolution magazine. Fitzpatrick said the words United Colonies was used by the Congress when it appointed George Washington as Commander-in-Chief in June of 1775. The abbreviation USA had its origins as a way that the government inspectors approved official gunpowder. Fitzpatrick said the Army needed to have inspectors verify that gunpowder met standards, and it stamped USA on the casks as a mark, and that started in August of 1776. Also, the words United States of America appeared in the first draft of the Articles of Confederation on July 8th, 1776. My granddaughter, she's playing a game on the computer. Oh, shoot. As you can tell, I don't have a place all set up, so that will come in time. As it was submitted to Congress, the articles weren't ratified by the states until March of 1781. So it was a long process. You know, we consider um, the July 4th and everything else as being the day that it was independence. They worked so hard to get that done. And I found this little article here really interesting because it kind of tells you how dedicated they were to actually making this a new and wonderful country. And you know what? Oops. I must be, yes. Sorry about that. Okay. Um, okay. Sorry about that. I squeezed my on off switch. And then you wouldn't have been able to hear me. Okay. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Just go ahead and put it in the comments below. Alrighty. So anyway, I thought this would be kind of interesting, and you can kind of see. Now there's a blog post here. Three presidents die on July 4th, and it says just a coincidence. It is a fact of American history that three of the five founding father presidents died on Independence Day. Let me see if I can get to that post, that blog post. But was it just a coincidence? It is a fact of American history. John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe died on July 4th, the Independence Day anniversary. But it was just a coincidence. I don't think it would be. On July 4th, 1831, James Monroe, the fifth president, died at the age of 73 at his son in law's home in New York City. Monroe had been ill for some time, and newspapers had reported on Monroe's illness before his passing. The national the local and national newspapers were also quick to report after Monroe's death that they thought his July 4th passing was a remarkable coincidence. At the least, since Thomas Jefferson and John Adams had both also died on July 4th in 1826, the 50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. The oddness of these events wasn't lost on the New York Evening Post. In 1831, when the newspaper founded by Alexander Hamilton called it a coincidence that has no parallel. Three of the four presidents who have left the scene of their usefulness and glory expired on the anniversary of the national birthday, a day which all others had been permitted them to choose. They would probably had selected for the termination of their careers, the Post reported on July 5th, 1831. The New York Commercial Advertiser on July 5th, 1831, said it would be difficult to find a parallel in history. Three of them have been called away in a good all age on the same proud anniversary. Then at the Boston Traveler, they wondered about the coincidence on July 8th. Again, our national anniversary had been marked by one of those events, which it may be scarcely permitted to ascribe the chance. Then Frederick, Maryland Town Herald, marked Monroe's passing on July 9th of 1831 by also noting the presidential coincidence. Now, that's July 9th, but it was all in 1831. That's pretty interesting. But okay, that was interesting. Okay, let's go back over here. Sorry, I'm kind of moving everything around. I should probably do this so that you can see me better. Um, I don't know, maybe you don't want to. Let me go back over here. And okay. So I kind of wanted to go over some things that I've read on Telegram, and they are actually on my phone. Sorry about that. I know it doesn't look very good for me to be looking down like this, but sorry. Would be so much better if I had it all set up on the computer. One of these days I'll be quite organized and I'll be able to get everything the way it needs to be done, and everyone will be happy. Alrighty. So let's get my Telegram up here. There were some things like, I felt kind of bad because, they had that shooting in Chicago today at the parade. This is just getting way out of hand. People just need to just stop doing stuff like that. People who legally own a gun would never do that. Just so you know. Alrighty. And of course, everybody's talking about the big crash and all that stuff. The financial crash is on its way and all this other stuff. So, because this is YouTube, sometimes it's not appropriate to, use certain words. But I am going to say that in 2020, the 2020 event that we've all been looking at, um, I think that we should hear something soon over all of that. And in DC, there was a Capitol Police EBS test, which is the emergency broadcast system. And apparently, one day last week, they saw. Well, they want to say there were two dead bodies pulled out of the White House. Now, that's alleged. There were two body bags that they pulled out that had things in them. I don't know what was in them. There were some people that actually analyzed that, and some people that were that have they have ties to working at the White House, and they said that if it truly was two dead bodies, that normally they have more than one person wheeling them out, and there is usually an ambulance there to pick them up and take them. We never even really saw where they put those body bags. They were just coming out of the thing. And it looked like one was actually shorter than the other one to me, but you know, who knows? The FDA gives Big Pharma a pass on the future trials of the jab. Yeah, we can't trust them. Can't trust the big pharma or the FDA. Okay. So I believe, things are happening right now. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes, and I really believe that this week we are going to see a whole lot of stuff that we really like. Um, we'll see how it goes, but I'm pretty sure that we will. Now, another thing too that I wanted to kind of go over is we need to keep our vibrations up, and um, our positivity needs to keep going. We need to be around like minds. So if you have Telegram, that's a pretty good place to find a lot of people that have like minds. If you're on this channel and you're listening to me, it's probably because you think like I do, maybe a little bit. I am a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I will fess up to that. Actually, I wear my tinfoil hat with pride because um, I do critically think. And you know what? We may need those tinfoil hats if they turn on that 5G. I don't want my brain fried. Anyway, so there's some other things on here. Let me see if can find what I had earlier. There's a couple of guys on here that I really like to follow. Um, Only thing I don't like about Telegram is there's a lot of people on there that are trying to, do, oh, well, you can make money on Cash App, and oh, well, you can make money here, make money there. And you know what? I don't care what they say. That's not what this is for. I just pass it up. And I was really hoping for a true Independence Day. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. And there may be things that are going on behind the scenes. And we'll see how it goes. Oh my goodness. That's another thing that they did. There's always guys on there. And you know what? I'm not as pretty as I used to be. That's for sure. Okay. So I don't really see what I was looking for because it was pretty interesting and it wasn't a little bit too strange. All right. This is just crazy. Just crazy. I know what to do. There. I don't want to do that. I don't want to send a message. That's not what I'm looking for. Jeez. Anyway, I like to, my one friend, Beth, she turned me onto Kim Q Skelton on here. And he usually has some really good information. Like right now, he's got a video. Let me see what it is. It's from Nino, David Nino Rodriguez. Okay, so the 4th of July attack was in Highland Park, Illinois. During the 4th of July parade, suspect opened fire on public and may have fired from a rooftop. At least 30 victims, 6 are dead, and suspect not yet in custody. Believed to be a white male, 18 to 20, and motive is unknown. I say the FBI put him up to it, but okay. So I don't know why they have a picture of Gaddafi here. That man's dead. Okay. So, all righty. So there's been a lot of things going on, and Chicago's not exactly the cross section that I would like to use for a a shooting because it happens all the time there, unfortunately. Um, But anyway, so I know I'm rambling now, but I'm all done. I think I'm all done. I don't know, where am I? Yeah, about 25 minutes. That's pretty good. Oh my goodness, what are they doing here? Hmm. Oh, Cory Booker's going to try to press some stuff that would severely infringe on the Second Amendment. They're not going to leave it alone. They're just not going to leave it alone, and you can't do it. Now the Constitution is in real time. We are using the Constitution as our footprint, because when they hit the corporation, they made their own constitution. And basically, they just stole the country from us. Only they didn't let us know they stole it, you know. And that's why we work so hard and can't make our bills, and um, all of that stuff. Anyway, they're not going to get away with it. They're just not. And it is coming to a close pretty soon. Now, from um, Paul Sperry on Twitter, he says, breaking: internal emails reveal day before January 6th riot, U.S. Capitol Police intel warned BLM from Baltimore was busing in rioters. BLM and Antifa will wear MAGA hats, wear camo, and attempt to blend in with the MAGA crowd. So violence blamed on Trump supporters attending the rally. And that was an internal email. So I haven't seen the email, but I thought it was worth repeating. I do know that there are a lot of in, yeah, discrepancies, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of pilots picketing in Atlanta at the airport, over 400 pilots. That's pretty interesting. I've been to that airport. It's huge. And it takes you a long time to get your come on, just do it. There we go. Oh my goodness. Helena, Montana is hit by a destructive storm system that Sunday evening caused downed trees and caused significant flooding in the downtown area. That's pretty bad, because there's a lot of flooding everywhere. Kind of weird, huh? And it's not an accident. And okay, so I think I'm going to let you guys go. And it was great to come back on. And I hope I didn't bore you. I hope I gave you a little bit of information. I know I'm not doing much intel today, um, because there's not a whole lot out there that's coming out that everybody's talking about. I just wanted to kind of get on and let you know that everything is okay, and that I'll come back on and I'll start doing regular segments. I just wanted to take a little bit of a breather, and I've been working on some things behind the scenes. So anyway, I will talk to you soon, and I'm going to try to get on tomorrow, maybe tomorrow afternoon, and so look for that, and I will talk to you soon. Remember, subscribe, hit the notification button, and please comment and put your thumbs up. Thumbs up, please. Even if you do the thumbs down, I really don't care. Just let people know that you're watching. Okay. And share this if it resonated with you. If not, that's fine too. I'll talk to you soon. Hang in there. Have a wonderful 4th of July if you go out for festivities tonight, don't drink and drive. There's usually a lot of places where they might catch you with that. And stay safe, have fun, and may God be with you all. I should probably pray. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Heavenly Father, I just want to thank you for all of the things that you've been giving us, all of the wonderful news that we're hearing, and the news to come. I know, Lord, that you are in charge and you are the one that will be um, setting us free. And that I know is soon, it's imminent, it's coming. Thank you, Jesus, for all that you do. And I want to ask these things in Jesus' precious name. Amen. Okay, take care. Talk to you soon.